Hello, we are back for another food review, and we are in Paris, France.
Our first stop was Restaurant de Molière. This restaurant was in a bit of a touristy, kind of busy street, but we were pleasantly surprised. The food quality was really nice, and it does kind of get crowded a little bit outside in the outdoor seating, but the good thing is it's a non-smoking outdoor seating section.
To start, we had the rosé and the red wine.
Yeah, these were solid. I think the red was a little bit better in my opinion. It was nice, kind of full-bodied. You got the cherry and red currant, and wasn't super tannic. The rosé itself was really good, light, very, very bright, and very smooth.
And then I got the French onion soup to start. I liked that it had the bread pieces on top with a lot of cheese. I wish it had a little more pull in the cheese, but it still had a pretty decent flavor.
Yeah, I think that they could have gone a little heavier on the cheese, but the broth was really nice. I started with the caprese salad. The salad dressing on there was not super tart, but the tomatoes were fresh, the cheese was fresh, and it was overall really nice.
Then we had the beefsteak with fries and salad to start, which we split, so your classic steak frites.
Yeah, and they did something a little different with the steak. This is more like a hanger-style steak, which is really nice. They had caramelized onions on the side, the fries were delicious, and the steak was really, really well done as well.
And then we also got the specialty pasta of the day, which was spaghetti with truffle sauce, which was surprisingly really good. We didn't really know what to expect, but it was probably one of the best items we got at the restaurant.
Yeah, they had like a balsamic drizzle on it, some chives, but that truffle sauce was incredible.
And then for dessert, we started with a creme brulee. It had that nice caramelized crust on top, which I'm always looking for. It had that nice crack. And then we also got a tiramisu, which the waiter had recommended.
Yeah, the tiramisu, it was okay. You know, it had a nice flavor, a nice texture, but we've definitely had better tiramisu.
And then to finish, we both got a cappuccino. The cappuccinos weren't too strong. It was very well balanced with the milk and the espresso ratio. It didn't feel like a punch in the face of caffeine, which some cappuccinos can be. For breakfast the next day, we went to
Merci, Jérôme, Boulangerie. There wasn't a lot of seating inside, very busy, very popular, so we got our stuff to go out and sit outside. It was a little windy and rainy that day, but it was really nice because it wasn't super busy outside.
To start, we had the quiche, which had goat cheese, leeks, and onions. It had a nice crust on the outside, and the goat cheese was really creamy.
The croissant here were really nice. We had a plain, we had a chocolate. Both very, very good, flaky, and then we also had a ham and cheese sandwich. The bread on the sandwich was incredible, the cheese and the ham were both solid.
And then we just got a bottle of OJ and water on the side. And for dinner that night, we went to Bistrot 20, which is known for their raclette or fondue, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, to start with, we had 2 glasses of champagne, a nice balance, not too tannic, nice and bubbly. Had a nice depth of flavor.
And then we also got a French onion soup. Again, it was nothing special, it was fine. And then we got the goat cheese salad, which again was nothing special, it was just fine.
And for dinner, the main course, we got their raclette service. To start off with, we had the cured salted beef. This was really, really good, and we also got some boiled potatoes with it. We also got the cured meat variety. This had things like prosciutto on it, salami, some country ham, some speck. A couple of them had a little funk, a couple of them had the little wine taste. Depending on your taste, you might like it a little better than we did. We preferred the salted beef, though. That was probably the highlight.
It's pretty cramped in there. The tables are kind of on top of one another, so if you do get up from that table, I'd be very careful because the heat lamp is literally right there. But otherwise, the raclette was really good. It had that like nice creaminess to it, a little bit salty.
But I thought all in all, it was a good experience. The spot is cozy. It's nice on a rainy night. It got really busy in there. I feel like it's very popular.
Yeah, it was a good experience for sure. And then our last stop was
Bistrot Richelieu.
And this is right around the corner from the Louvre. We went for a later lunch, so it wasn't too crowded in there. Besides their menu, they also have this huge chalkboard of specials. And to start, we had a white wine and a rosé.
Yeah, the white wine here was nice. It was clean. It was nice. So the rosé was fruity. It was light.
It was a little bit blander of a rosé, I would say. And then for appetizer, we started with the French leeks and vinaigrette.
Yeah, and this was really interesting. This was kind of a warm leek salad. It was nice textures with the crunch of the fried onions.
Yeah, I've never had anything like this before. I'm not usually a fan of like hard-boiled eggs, so that kind of put me off a little bit. But the leeks itself were nicely cooked. It had a nice flavor. And then we also got the assortment of cheeses, which were all like French cheeses, and it had like a side of jam.
2 of them were a little funky, so if you're not a big fan of kind of funky farm cheese, and check in with your servers, they're very knowledgeable.
Yeah, I preferred the goat's cheese as my top pick.
And then the hard cheese was really good as well. And of course, they had the bread.
Never-ending French bread.
And this was mostly pieces of baguette.
And then for my main course, I got the special of the day, which was the quiche. It had a lot of different vegetables. It had a nice crust on top and bottom. It could get a little watery with like the overload of the tomatoes, but otherwise it was pretty good. I did like the side of salad. It had brought a lot of freshness to it instead of like heaviness from the cheese and the egg of the quiche. So it was pretty well balanced.
For my meal, I got the lamb shank. This was actually really, really good. The lamb was cooked perfectly, super succulent. It literally fell off the bone. The mashed potatoes are really rich and decadent. Lots of butter in there and cream. And the sauce was really good as well.
And then for dessert, we had the profiteroles, which the waiter had recommended. There's a lot of chocolate on it, but still had that nice crunch of the puff pastry. And the ice cream really gave it a little more depth and a little more texture. And we also got 2 scoops of sorbet, a raspberry, and the lemon.
Yeah, I preferred the raspberry. I like both of these. These were both excellent options for a late lunch. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell to find out when we have new videos coming out. Thanks for watching.